again.
She'd probably look at you and go, ew, and just move on from there.
That was uncalled for, good sir.
Eh.
So how's your day going?
It's going.
Yeah, man, today is just... Say it was just tiring at work.
Yeah, it was today too. It was tiring. Tiresome and just wants to end it all.
Alright. Anyways, we are officially live right now.
Oh, we are live.
Alright, I'm going to start the intro.
Welcome to the Drew Yari Show.
What we do while the other one just is complete garbage. Yeah.
Anyways, hello, welcome to our show. We are live. It is Sunday, May the 6th, 7 p.m. I am your host, Drew, and returning after a week-long hiatus, or a 2-week-long hiatus.
Yeah. Hi. It's your boy. Devan. It's your boy. The ginger. The soulless ginger. Devan.
Oh, man. So, yeah, it's been a... Yeah, we were supposed to talk about something on the show. What are we were supposed to talk about?
How lame you are and how horrible taste in films you have.
No, I was gonna talk about your how much of a bitch you are.
Oh. Well, it takes one to know one.
Oh, man.
So yeah, we were supposed to talk about Infinity War.
Infinity War? What is this Infinity War you speak of?
Shut the fuck up.
Man.
The depressing joyride of Avengers Infinity War.
The movie that you'll love and you'll hate, and you wish that you never saw, but you want to see it more and more.
I do want to see. Like after I get paid this week, I probably will go see it again.
It's made me not appreciate any more Marvel or any other superhero films that are coming out until Avengers 4.
No, I disagree. It makes me appreciate them more.
Actually, you know what? I take that back. Captain Marvel, I want to see that when that comes out.
But Ant-Man and the Wasp, though.
I did a reaction video on that. That looks like it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Infinity War it's changed the game. You know, it's changing lives. It's just like Ant-Man and the Wasp. You know, that's obviously set before Infinity War, so you know.
Well, yes, but actually, I don't know anymore because it seems like it starts out before, but then it's going to end like right in the middle of Infinity War. It's weird because I hear the way the trailers look. It looks like it starts out in the beginning before Infinity War, but then it's going to end with everyone dying. Like, I would not be surprised if the ending is people disappear in their lives or some shit. It connects right into Infinity War.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's obviously how it's going to end. Shit, we're already talking about Infinity War. We might as well jump into it. Spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen it.
If you haven't seen it by this point, you don't want to see it.
If you haven't seen it yet, go fuck yourself. Anyways, so yeah, do you want to just do like a scene by scene, review of the movie, or just go all over the place.
Okay, let's see. What was your favorite part? We'll start there and work our way around.
Oh man, that is tough. I was a fan of Star-Lord and Thor's interactions with each other.
Oh yeah, I love that.
I was surprised on how like the chemistry between Rocket and Thor was.
I know. It's so great. They're so great.
And then towards like the big battle scene in Wakanda, when what's it called, Winter Soldier Bucky just picks up Rocket and starts twirling him around like a ballerina.
I know.
And then Rocket has that line that we're all waiting for. How much is the arm? And then Bucky just walks away. You just hear Rocket, I'll get that arm.
I'll get that arm. Yeah, I love that. That was so great.
Oh man. Like when you watch the movie, it's called Avengers Infinity War, but really this is Thanos' movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely Thanos' movie.
And
I'm perfectly okay with it.
Oh no, I'm fine with it because Josh Brolin, who plays Thanos, he pulled it off. His voice has just one of those voices that just kind of makes you like it pulls you in.
Yeah, it makes you go, oh Thanos.
That dude. Oh well, I don't know about that, but that Josh Brolin, he's making bank this year because he's doing this. He's doing Deadpool 2.
Deadpool.
He's doing Sicario 2. For any Sicario fans out there. And
don't know, don't care, never heard of it.
Go fuck yourself. Anyways, it's a good movie. Watch it. And he's just Josh Brolin. He can act. He can't. He's just the man. He's the man this year.
Now, my favorite part of the movie was probably when Thor got Stormbreaker.
Yeah, I like that.
The axe and the fact that the handle of the axe was from Groot. I love that.
That was pretty fucking metal right there.
That was fucking metal. Like straight up baller.
Like he just stops playing his video game and stops acting like a little fucking douchebag teen, and just
it's a fairy bomb.
He just chops off his arm and gives him his arm as like the handle of his new axe. I'm like, that is so fucking metal.
I know. Oh, and the axe makes Stormbreaker makes Mjolnir look like a goddamn pussy. Like
shit. Now I want to get rid of my Thor keychain and replace it with that new axe.
Mjolnir. Not Mjolnir. Stormbreaker.
Yeah, he calls it the Thanos killing kind, and he nearly does kill Thanos. But
he didn't aim for the head.
Yeah. I guess we can do like a scene by scene review. The beginning of the movie starts off where Ragnarok ends in the Ragnarok post credit scene. Spoilers. Thor and Loki are talking on the Asgardian ship, and Thor has the whole, well, gee golly, nothing bad is going to happen to us. We're going to be okay. And then this big giant-ass spaceship pulls up in front of the Asgardian ship, and it's pretty obvious we knew that was Thanos' ship.
Yeah.
And the movie begins showing the Marvel intro, but it doesn't have the dramatic dun 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 theme.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It just shows the logo, and you hear a distress signal, a distress call from somebody on the ship. Who turns out that was actually Kenneth Branagh.
Yeah,
the director of the first Thor and actor. So he makes a distress signal, saying, "Hey, we're the Asgardian, blah blah blah. We're under attack, yada yada yada." And then it shows inside the ship that everybody's been killed, and you just hear Ebony Maw talking, Squidward. He gives this whole big old bad guy speech of, even in death, you're still children of Thanos, blah blah blah.
Ebony Maw, it was like just sucking on Thanos' tit. the
Okay,
whole time.
I remember you told me that his powers were more about persuasion.
Yes, but in this movie, I didn't realize. I knew they were going to change his powers, but I didn't think they were going to take that completely out.
Yeah, I was like, because the whole
His
time
powers did a 360, so.
he's using like telekinesis or whatever the fuck, and I'm like,
And manipulating matter, like all willy fucking nilly and shit. And I'm like, okay. I mean, it's not persuasion of word, but I'll take it because it looks badass.
I mean, I didn't have a problem with it. He was effective.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then you see Thanos. He's given his speech that you hear in the first trailer for Avengers, where he says, "In time, you'll know what it's like to lose." Blah blah blah. But he's talking about himself. I know what it's like to lose. And then he just picks up Thor like he's a piece of shit, and you see Loki just looking on, and Thanos tells Loki, the Tesseract, or your brother's head, and Loki says, "Kill him." And Thanos uses the Infinity Stone to pretty much burn inside his head. You see Loki just kind of staring on, and you see tears in his eyes, and he goes, "Okay, stop."
Yeah.
And he gives him he kind of produces the Tesseract, then he gives the line from the first Avengers film, "We have a Hulk." Hulk comes out, beats him up, and then Thanos gets the upper hand and just beats the shit out of Hulk like you never seen him get his ass beat.
Yeah.
Tosses him on the ground like he's a piece of shit. And then you see Heimdall, Idris Elba, use his last, I guess the last of his powers of the Bifrost to send Hulk to Earth, and Thanos says he shouldn't have done that. He uses his own sword to kill him, and Thor has to pretty much watch everything.
Yeah.
So, and Thanos tells his guys the last two stones are on Earth. Go to Earth. I don't need to go to Earth. And Loki looks like he's betraying them again, and then he looks over at Thor and produces a dagger to try and stab Thanos in the head. Thanos catches it, chokes him. You hear Loki say, "You'll never be a god," and then crack his neck and throws him on the ground.
And then I thought that was pretty fucking dark anyway, but the fact if you look at Loki's neck, you can see his finger imprints into his neck.
What do you mean?
Like when Loki, when he kills Loki and kind of like cracks, uses his hand and kind of squeezes his neck and snaps it. When Loki drops to the floor, if you look at Loki's neck, you can see Thanos' hand imprint embedded in his neck.
Shit.
I know. I was like, that's dark, even for Marvel. Shit.
Yeah, like literally like the first 10, 15 minutes, like he kills Loki and doesn't just kill him, he kills him like ugly. And you actually see it happening.
There's no pan away. There's like literally
like the deaths
like DC wishes they could.
the deaths in this movie were just like legit. Like they were
intense.
They're intense to watch. Like, and then Thanos tells Loki no resurrections this time. Then he escapes or he leaves, and the ship explodes, and then you just see Hulk flying into Earth to the Sanctum Sanctorium, and you see Doctor Strange, talking about sandwiches, and Wu wants a sandwich, and then Hulk, I guess, wanted a sandwich. He crashes into the Sanctum Sanctorium. You just hear him say, Thanos is coming, which is a la to Silver Surfer doing the same thing, but, that deal hasn't gone through yet with Fox and Marvel.
Yeah.
And Doctor Strange says, "Who?" And then it just shows the Infinity War logo.
Yeah.
Cut to Tony and Pepper talking, blah, 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 blah. Doctor Strange comes in and says, "We need you," and...
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you're right. Keep going.
Yeah, Doctor Strange says, "Hey, we need you. Congratulations on being married, blah, blah, blah." Tony says, "What do you mean, we?" And Bruce comes in, hugs him, which I thought was kind of strange.
How is that strange with Bruce and Tony? They're like best friends.
Yeah, they're best friends, but I never pegged them to be the let's hug type of friends. More just like, hey, let's fist bump. I don't know, whatever. I thought that was kind of weird. Not weird in the sense I'm like, that took me out of the movie world. More just like, that's something new. Anyways, they go back to the Sanctum Sanctorium. Wong gives him a lesson on the Infinity Stones. Doctor Strange shows him his stone, and then not Downey. Well, he is Downey. Tony Stark asked Bruce, "What's his name again?" And he said Thanos. Gives him a history on Thanos, and Stark and Strange have like a really entertaining back and forth.
Yep.
So that's another one of the things I liked about the movie was the back and forth between Strange and Stark.
Yeah.
Because they're literally like the same person. They both think they're awesome.
Yeah.
They both think they're awesome, and then the fact that they have powers now. Well, Stark doesn't have powers; he just has a suit, but he has resources. And Strange is like the Sorcerer Supreme. I think Strange is a little bit more, I guess, humble about it, where Stark has to remind everybody how awesome he is.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, and then, hey man, feel free to jump in, because I don't just want to be the only person talking. Anyways, Stark tells Banner that him and
Tony, him and Steve are not on talking terms anymore.
Yeah, they broke up, and then Banner says, like the
We
Beatles.
broke up.
So he pulls out his flip phone, which had back in 2008. And he's about to call Tony, and then he feels like shaking and goes outside, see the big old donut ship, and out comes Ebony Maw and the big dude who I forget his name.
You talking about the big guy?
Yeah, the big guy with the big old hammer.
His name is in the comics is Black Dwarf. I don't know what he's called in the movie. His name is something else. I have no idea. Don't know. Don't care. As far as I'm concerned, he's the Black Dwarf.
Okay. Anyways, moving on. Strange comes in. Stark comes in, and Wong and Banner come in. Banner, for whatever reason, can't turn to the Hulk.
Oh, I can tell you about that.
Oh, go ahead.
So it turns out, I don't know if you realized it, but the Hulk doesn't want to come out because he's terrified of Thanos.
Oh, I read about that, yeah.
Yeah. And obviously, if anyone's a fan of the comics, they realize they didn't make Thanos as powerful as he was in the comics, because the movie would only be like 15 minutes long if that was the case. and I'm not exaggerating. Thanos in the comics would have wrecked everything within record time. And the Hulk is not as strong as he is in the comics either, because the Hulk in the comics is a bloodthirsty monster who doesn't give two fucking shits. Well, this Hulk at least has compassion to some extent and emotion. And there's been a rumor going around that eventually they're working their way up to the Grey Hulk, the Grey Hulk, where instead of Banner trying to keep the Hulk at bay, like he does in the comics or whatever, instead of Hulk being a bloodthirsty monster, the Hulk and Banner work together, and then you get the intelligent Hulk, which is the Grey Hulk. So that's supposedly, rumor has it, that's what they're leading to, and I'm completely okay with that, because I kind of like a more emotional, more like emotional-based Hulk compared to just a bloodthirsty monster that he is in the comics.
Usually people would want the other way around, but that works for me.
I know, but it's something different. Because, I mean, again, if you had the Hulk you did in the comics, it'd be over within 15 minutes. And that's no fun.
Yeah, I mean, we need like 2.5 hours of movie, so.
Exactly. And I don't really care, honestly, in unpopular opinion, I really don't care much for the bloodthirsty monster Hulk. I find it rather like, okay, cool. Can we put a knife in it and just move on? Because he's just a bloodthirsty monster who just wants to destroy shit. There's nothing more to Hulk. To that Hulk, anyway, as far as I know. This is this bloodthirsty monster that Banner can't control, that he runs rampant, and of course he died. And spoiler alert, he's back now as the Immortal Hulk, and he's separated from Banner.
So, like, it's an example of, like, not everything from the comics is going to work in a movie.
Exactly. Because I don't think the comic Hulk would work well in the movie. In a movie, same with like the full-on Thanos too. Because I don't think those things would work in the movies.
Oh, sure.
And on top of that, Captain Marvel has already been stated to be the strongest Avenger that's going to be in the movies when she comes in.
That's what I hear. That's what I hear because Kevin Feige said the same thing, and Kevin Smith on his podcast had said that Captain Marvel is, in fact, the strongest character in the MCU, or just in Marvel in general.
Well, in the comics, she's not. She's one of the stronger ones, but she is far from being the strongest. Hulk could still kick her ass. But as far as like saying that she's the strongest in the MCU, period, they must have really bumped up her powers. Like she was already a powerhouse to begin with. I want to know what the fuck they're going to do to her to make even more of a threat. Because if she can kick Thor's ass or even Thanos' butt, which in the comics she can't, Thanos can still kick Captain Marvel's ass. So if Captain Marvel is stronger than Thanos, I really want to see what the fuck they're going to do with her.
I'm interested in seeing that because we're not going to jump ahead to the post-credits scene. We'll still keep going, but I'm very interested in seeing that movie. As we all know, the time period is the 90s.
Yeah.
So, anyways, let's move on. The Hulk won't come out, and anytime he tries to summon the Hulk just says no.
Yeah.
So, while they're fighting, you see Peter Parker on the bus, and his spider senses come up.
Yay!
He sees the big old flying donut in the sky. He turns to Ned and says, "Create distraction." Ned says, "Hey, we're all gonna die." Blah blah. Peter gets out of the bus, swings out of the bus, puts on his costume, and you see Stanley in his cameo as a bus driver, as a cranky bus driver.
Oh, amazing! Love it.
So the fight ensues. They're going back and forth. Ma tries to get the Eye of Agamotto off, aka the Time Stone, but it is enshrouded in some type of spell that's protecting it. So when Ma tries to take it off, his hand burns.
Yeah.
And he pretty much he is able to slap him on some type of concrete and keep him tied up with like these pipes or whatever. Yeah. Then you see Spider-Man come up and stop the big old guy whose name I don't know and I don't really care about.
Black Dwarf,
whatever. I don't care what his name is. He's irrelevant. And he stops the hammer and he turns around. Iron Man says, "Hey, what's up, bro?" Iron Man tells him, protect the wizard. He doesn't even call him Doctor Strange. He just calls him the wizard. Iron Man has like some new tech to his suit, like nanotech, which is basically, his helmet can get ripped off and the tech just replaces it with a new helmet. Someone was saying that it was Wakandan technology, but I'm like, when did Tony Stark even go to Wakanda? Like, I thought the whole point of the movie was that, each team was going to be separated. So
I don't think he would never have gone to Wakanda yet, as of yet.
Like, I don't even think he knows where Wakanda is, or even what Wakanda is.
Honestly, if anyone were to know about Wakanda, he probably would know, but I don't think he hasn't gone there, obviously. Because Black Panther would have known him. I mean, he probably knows of him, but...
Well, his dad, I'm pretty sure, knows what Wakanda was, because that's what he created Cap's shield out of. Vibranium.
Yeah. So I'm sure he worked with Wakanda.
Anyways, moving on. Ebony Maw takes Doctor Strange. Spider-Man follows. He's about to fall off the ship, and then Iron Man sends his new Iron Spidey suit, which was shown at the end of Homecoming, which was fucking awesome.
Oh god, I wasn't ready. I was like, oh my god, yes!
Like, it's fucking awesome. Iron Man comes up, gets into the ship. Spider-Man gets into the ship. On Earth, Banner picks up the flip phone. Wong tells Banner I have to protect the Sanctum Sanctorum. Banner's about to call Cap and let him know about Vision, and everything else is going down. All of a sudden, you hear like some snazzy 70s music, and it just
Yeah.
cuts into space, and on the caption it just reads space.
Yeah.
It shows the Guardians. It shows Chris Pratt singing "Rubber Band Man" by the Spinners. It's actually a pretty good song. You see Gamora singing. You see Drax asleep, and they're all responding to the distress signal that was made by the Asgardian. What the fuck? I can't talk today.
Asgardians.
Asgardian ship.
Yeah.
And you hear Mantis say, "We're here." You see all the Asgardians floating in space. The Guardians are shocked by what they see. And then you see Thor hit the ship, like we saw in the trailer.
Yeah.
They bring him into the ship. Star-Lord says, this dude's been through a lot. Drax says, he's not a dude, you're a dude. He's a muscular, beautiful man who looks like a combination of an angel and a pirate.
Yes.
I thought it was kind of mean how they're making fun of Star-Lord for being fat, which I'm pretty sure Chris Pratt's getting fat again.
Oh no.
Which I like Chris. A fat Pratt.
Batman. Go on.
Hey, that's how he made his living on Parks and Rec. He was fat. Fat Pratt
Okay,
is cool.
Okay, Fat Pratt, I don't care. He's still adorable.
Hey, I love Chris Pratt.
Same here.
I want to hug Chris Pratt. If I ever meet him, I want to hug him. I'm pretty sure he'd be cool enough to let me hug him.
Oh yeah, I want to hug him.
He's cool as fuck. Anyways,
I want to hug him. That's right.
Gamora's pretty much okay. Gamora's pretty much fondling Thor's muscles, and Star-Lord's saying stop rubbing his muscles. Mantis wakes him up. He wakes up. Gamora tells him about Thanos, and Thor's saying, "You know an awful lot about Thanos," and finds out that Gamora's his adopted daughter, and it looks like Thor's about to attack her, but he says, "Hey, families. Everyone has bad families."
Yeah.
Star-Lord's obviously jealous. He's trying to compare his life to Thor, but Thor's just like, meh. And then they have this great exchange where Thor wants to take a pod, and Star-Lord comes in and says, "You will not be taking our pods today. Not today, sir."
Yeah.
Which, oh my god, there's two. I thought that dynamic of Star-Lord and Thor was going to last a lot longer, but it was pretty much just like 15-20 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, I don't know. I wanted them to have more screen time together, but that's just me.
You can only do what you can. You only get what you get. Yep.
So, Thor takes Rocket, who he keeps calling a rabbit, and Rocket seems okay with it, surprisingly. And he takes Groot so he can make a new weapon, the Thanos killing gun.
Yeah.
And Gamora, Star-Lord, and Drax and Mantis head to nowhere to talk to the Collector.
Yeah.
Who the Collector is getting his ass beat by Thanos, which is revealed that Thanos knew that they were coming the whole time. He has warped reality. Gamora stabs him in the neck. She is an emotional wreck. And then you just hear Thanos in her mind saying, "I knew that you cared about me." All of a sudden, reality sets in that Thanos had already gotten the reality stone, that he was just setting a trap for them.
It's a trap! It's a trap!
It's a trap! You see Star-Lord come in, try to stop him, because before that scene, Gamora told Star-Lord, "Promise me if he takes me, you'll kill me."
Yeah.
Again, the whole scene, he warps reality because Drax tries to come in, and he turns him into like a bunch of cheese cubes. And then he turns Mantis into some type of slinky.
Yeah.
Star-Lord is about to shoot Gamora, but his bullets turn to bubbles, and then he takes Gamora back to the ship. We go back to Earth, and not Ebony Maw, but Proxima Midnight and the other person,
Corvus Glaive.
Corvus Glaive, are in Scotland. Go to Scotland to find Scarlet Witch and Vision.
Oh, the couple of the year.
The couple of the year. I agree. To take the Mind Stone, and Vision is stabbed. They take their fight to a train station, and while they're about to take down Scarlet Witch, Proxima notices something in the background. She sees a dark figure, which the whole theater got hyped when that happened. It turns out it was Cap, who now has a beard.
Mm-hmm.
I like how that's the seriousness in guys when it's like, I'm serious and I am dark and brooding. I must have a beard.
Because, I always want to be dark and brooding.
I has beard.
I has beard.
I has beard. I will kick ass now. And that's when Black Widow comes in with blonde hair for some reason. I have no idea why. I'm not okay with that.
Wait, what?
I'm not okay with her blonde hair.
Oh, they never really explained that.
I guess since they're living off the grid, she needed a new look. I don't know. Whatever.
Oh, because the government. Okay, I get that. Yeah, that's fine.
And then Falcon comes in. They all three of them hold their own against the children of Thanos. What's her name? Black Widow stabs Corvus Glaive.
Yeah.
Midnight goes after her, or no. She checks after Grave or whatever.
Because they're married.
Figured. And then they shoot up into space. Cap checks on Vision. They go back home, which you see Rhodes talking to Ross using some type of like hologram thingy deal. And Cap comes in. Ross says, just because the world's falling apart doesn't mean I'm going to forgive you. And Cap has this line where he says, I'm not here for forgiveness and I'm only past asking for permission. Which, oof, badass. He tells Rhodes, arrest him. And Rhodes just says, okay. And then he kind of just shoos him away and doesn't arrest him. One thing I thought was interesting about that scene is as soon as Ross is gone, you just see Branner just conveniently pulling.
Yeah.
I thought it would have been interesting to watch those two interact.
Yeah, it would have been interesting to see those two interact with each other, to be perfectly honest.
Because they hate each other.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I don't know. I think it's funny how Banner never really acknowledges him or talks about him or even talks about Betty.
Yeah, he really doesn't. He just he doesn't exist.
I mean, I don't blame him. It's like, why would you want to talk about someone you hate? But why not talk about someone you love?
Yeah. Where are all the love interests?
I don't know. And I read something that in the Incredible Hulk movie with Ed Norton, which no one really cares to talk about, the director originally wanted Mark Ruffalo for that role.
Well, and then they chose another guy, and then they fired him because his ego was too big.
Well, because Marvel Studios wanted Ed Norton, even though they knew he was difficult to work with, but they saw his body of work. But the director knew he was difficult to work with, but wanted Mark Ruffalo. It's a pretty interesting article. Ed Norton immediately came in and was like doing an ass ton of like script rewrites and wanted things his way and blah blah blah. Yeah. And the story was that he didn't want to sign up to be in Avengers because of his independent work, his independent movie schedule. But Kevin Feige apparently wanted him in Avengers, and his agent was like, "Oh, you said you wanted him, but then you didn't tell him that Mark Ruffalo was coming in." It's like, I didn't want him in the first place.
Yeah.
He was a dick. No one wanted him.
Yeah. And Mark Ruffalo is the best Hulk we've had so far. So
the best Hulk and best Bruce Banner.
Hell yeah.
Hands down. Everyone loves Mark Ruffalo. How can you not like Mark Ruffalo?
He's adorable. He's the sweetest Bruce Banner ever.
He's a good dude.
Yes, he is.
Usually when celebrities are like do the whole activist thing, I kind of just go, But with Mark Ruffalo, it's legit. Like, he's all about, protecting the Earth. And
Amen.
You know, as a human being, and as his counterpart, his acting role as Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyways, where the fuck was I at? Oh yeah, Bruce Banner telling everyone, we need to get the stone out of Vision.
Mm-hmm.
But he's saying, I can't do it. I actually really can't do it. Then you just see Cap do the whole, well, I know someone who can. And you cut to Wakanda, which everybody got hyped for.
Yeah.
And then you see T'Challa and Michonne, which I just call her Michonne. I don't even know how to say her real name. I hardly even know her character's name. I just call her Michonne. They're walking.
She's badass.
Who?
She's badass. Love her.
She's fucking badass. I love her. They're walking, in a field, and then you just see Bucky / the White Wolf. They're calling him White Wolf in this movie.
Yeah.
You see him training, looking like Jesus. They bring a box. They bring a box, which is a brand new arm. You see Cap and his team come to Wakanda to talk about everything that's going on. Shuri, from the first movie, is operating on Vision, and she's being what we thought she was. She's being sassy to Bruce Banner, saying, "Why didn't you do this?" And he's like, "Well, I didn't know we were supposed to do that."
Yeah.
So, it'd be interesting to see her interact with Tony Stark. So, what comes next? You can take the floor anytime you want, because I'm starting to get tired of talking.
Oh, okay, so wait, where'd you leave off?
I left off of they show up in Wakanda with Vision, and she's operating on Vision.
Oh, with Vision. Okay, so they bring Vision, and they have T'Challa's younger sister. Well, first they talk about the idea of seeing if they could take the stone out of Vision without killing him. And they're like, we have to take it out. We have to kill him or some shit. And, of course, Vision's over there like, just take it out. Just rip it out of my head. And, of course, Wanda is not having his bullshit. So she's like, no. So T'Challa's younger sister, Shuri, comes in with her badass, smart self, which I would not be. I would be very happy if she ends up being, if they end up going with the Ironheart and made her Ironheart, which I doubt if they're ever going to, obviously, because she's in Wakanda, but still. Anyway, so Shuri comes in and says, I could do it. I just need some time. And as she says that, she starts trying to get his nerves, I guess his nerves or his brain, basically like his body, slowly getting his body detached from the soul gem. So the second she starts doing that, she's like, I think it was like Cap. He's like, so how much time do you need? She's like, I need like a couple, as much time as I can get. And as she says that, the Black Order comes in with their ships and their animal alien things, and they come busting down on the, on their, what do they call it? Their protector wall. Their, oh my god.
Let's just call it the Dome.
The Dome. They come up against the Dome, which is like a protective barrier around Wakanda. And the monsters are kind of just trying to rip into it, but they're not getting past it, obviously. And as everyone gathers down right in front of the crowd of monsters or aliens, except for like Wanda, Shuri, Vision, and everyone else is down below. And the whole Bruce Banner is inside the Hulkbuster suit, or I like to call it Veronica. So he's in the Hulkbuster suit, which I thought was kind of funny because in the trailer where you watch that scene, it's the Hulk, but they just changed it to the Hulk.
Yeah, they openly admitted that they put a lot of shit in the trailer to kind of throw people off, so that way you didn't really know what was going to happen.
Exactly, and I'm perfectly okay with that because that threw me for a whirl.
That's fine with me.
I think trailers should do that more often, to be perfectly honest. It gets you interested in the movie, but you have really no idea what
I was gonna say with Marvel with the Avengers 4 trailer, whenever they release that, I wouldn't be surprised if they just released just like 2 trailers.
Yeah,
and like
I'd be
and like
okay with it.
and like nothing else. Or you know what? I'm pretty sure they'll fuck with us by just releasing one.
Yeah.
It's like, here's one trailer that we're gonna release in December. Now you have 4 more months. Have fun with that.
Good luck. So at this point, T'Challa's like, okay, they're gonna find their way in, or they're gonna go all the way around, and they're gonna get into here one way or another. So they're like, okay, we're just gonna open up the barrier. So they willingly open up the barrier, letting them in, and they start taking them on. All the Avengers, and then at one point they're like, okay, we need some help here, we need something. So Wanda, being the badass sort of witch that she is, she comes down and starts kicking ass and taking names. Now,
and then Michonne has that line, what the hell was she doing out there the whole time?
yeah, what was she doing up there the whole time? And I was like, yes. And then we jump to, yeah, I think at that point, because I don't think Vision leaves just yet. So then at that point, we jump to the Guardians, Thor, Iron Man, for some reason.
Yeah, let's jump to Thor. Let's jump to Thor first. He makes his hammer.
Okay, so axe. So Thor and Rocket
His
head
axe.
over to Thor and Rocket head to. I don't even know what the place is called, but it's basically like a factory run by these dwarves. They're not really dwarves. They're giants, but they're dwarves compared to giants, but they're giants compared to humans.
Which was Peter Dinklage's secret role playing a giant dwarf.
Yeah, he played the last dwarf because he made the gauntlet for Thanos, and Thanos promised him, "I will let everyone live." But he ended up killing. So once Peter Dinklage made the gauntlet, Thanos killed every other dwarf but him, because Thanos wants Peter's dwarf character to be the only one left, so he can make Thanos weapons whenever Thanos needed. So, and then he shuts off the factory because they make the weapons from a dwarf star, from a neutron star or whatever the hell. I think it was like a white dwarf star. And so Thor had to go in with help of Rocket and restart the factory, and held up, repowered the white dwarf star, and they got the metal and everything, and then they ended up making what the dwarf calls the Stormbreaker, which is the Thanos killer, as they put it.
Yes.
So they're like, okay, we gotta go. So they go, and they start heading towards Earth or whatnot. And then you jump over to, where do you go? Where do we go from here?
Titan.
Titan. So they go over to Titan, where you see, at this point, Iron Man, Doctor Strange, and Spider-Man come across Star-Lord, Drax, Mantis, and Gamora. So they come across all the other Guardians, and they start duking it out because they don't know who the hell they are. And they figure out who they are. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, we're on the same side. Gonna take on Thanos, cool beans. And Thanos comes down. Am I jumping ahead? I don't think I'm jumping ahead. So Thanos comes down. So Thanos comes down and tells him the history of Titan, his home planet, about overpopulation, and how he went to his government, said, hey, let's kill half our population randomly to keep the planet alive. They didn't listen, and then the planet became barren and everyone died. Or left. Died or left. They never really specified, so I'm assuming a lot of them left, but a lot of them died. So that's where Thanos got his idea. Spoiler alert, his plan in the comics was he wanted to kill as much of the universe as possible to have Death Senpai notice him. Because he had the hots for the skeleton death. The hot skeleton. So that was in the comics. In the movie, he wanted to have population control to save the universe. Which I was just like, okay, good guy Thanos. Just want to destroy half the world at random, He didn't want to choose random people. He wanted to choose. He wanted to store every population of the world randomly by half. So, like,
which is nothing wrong with that.
I mean, there's a lot wrong with that, but then again, I'll get into that later.
Yeah, go ahead.
So he wants to do population control and destroy half the universe to save it, and he kicks all their asses or whatnot, and he takes Gamora, and then they leave. But in the battle, you see some cool ass shit. You see some of the bomb ass shit, like Doctor Strange's spells they cast, like the multiple. Some of the spells are straight out of the comics, like the one he gets like multiple arms and shit, and the one where he multiplies himself. Oh, that's like right out of the comics.
I think someone said this was a better Doctor Strange arc than his actual movie.
I mean, this Doctor Strange in this movie is closer to the comics. Yes, I mean because obviously he's a lot more well trained now.
Yeah.
I want to know the gap between his movie, the origin story, and this, because it looks like he knows exactly what he's doing.
Well, from what I read, this is 4 years after Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
Like the first Guardian of the Galaxy and the second one are 2 months apart.
Take place during Age of Ultron. Yeah.
No, I was saying like Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2 are 2 months apart in their world, and this takes place 4 years after those two. So I'm assuming 3 or 4 years after Doctor Strange.
Probably.
Or three or 4 years after Civil War.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. But Guardians of the Galaxy.
We can get into that whole Marvel timeline in a bit.
Because like in the Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2 take place during Age of Ultron. They happen at the same time as that. Anyway. So before Thanos comes in, Doctor Strange uses the Time Stone and goes through every possible outcome of them winning or losing. Yeah. And he saw 14,000 different outcomes. And only one of them, it was them winning. So then Thanos comes in, does his spiel, kicks their ass, takes the Time Stone, and Gamora, and goes about their way. And they're just like, and people are bitching, and of course the guys were like, why'd you just hand him the stone? And I'm thinking, don't you think he saw this coming? He's going along with this, with the one outcome that has them win.
Well, no, you're kind of skipping ahead a little bit.
No, I'm not. How?
Oh, wait, I thought you were... No. Anyways, go ahead. I thought you skipped ahead. Anyways, go ahead.
Oh, no. So they battle Thanos. He gets times... Doctor Strange just kind of not offers up the Time Stone, but he doesn't really head to him. And Thanos takes Gamora and then leave, and they kind of like, what the fuck, Doctor Strange? And Doctor Strange pulls some mumbo jumbo, like some philosophical bullshit, when in reality, he is starting the timeline for them to win in the long run. Because he knows what's going to happen, that certain people are going to die in the process, but in the end game, they're going to win.
Yeah.
So, and then from there, you go to Thanos and Gamora. And they go to a random planet that houses the, am I right? Thanos something? No, Gamora was already with Thanos.
Well, let me jump in a little bit. When they go to nowhere and Thanos takes Gamora,
that's right.
He takes her back to the ship. They're talking, and he tells her, that I'm not mad that you couldn't find the Soul Stone. I'm mad that you lied to me about it. That you do know where it is. He takes her to a room. He has a Nebula kind of stranded up because she's made of parts, torturing her, saying tell me where the Soul Stone is, and takes her to some planet that I'm forgetting the name. For some reason, I thought it was called Fortnite. Planet Fortnite. Takes her to some random-ass planet. Meets, the gatekeeper, who turns out to be Red Skull.
Hell yeah! I was like, hello. When did this happen?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Oh yeah, he didn't really die in Captain America. He
didn't.
He was zapped by the Tesseract, which is a space
Do you know? And do you know what that Red Skull reminded me of?
What?
Doctor Doom.
He reminded me of more like Skeletor.
What Skeletor? I don't know about that. Yeah, that Red Skull was easily a combination of Red Skull and Doctor Doom, like straight up. Yeah. I thought it was random.
I mean, hey.
It was cool.
Fine with me.
I like it.
Unfortunately, that Red Skull was not Hugo Weaving.
No, it wasn't. It was someone else.
It was Ross McQuinn from Walking Dead.
But honestly, I didn't see a difference, so...
Anyways, they're walking. He gives a whole spiel about why he's here. He said, I tried to hold one of the Infinity Stones. I was cursed to guarding one of the Infinity Stones. He explains the only way you're going to get the Soul Stones is if you give up something you love, soul for a soul.
And then Gamora's over there like, see, Thanos, this is your own karma, because you don't care about nothing. And while the audience is all sitting there going, oh no.
Oh, fudge.
And she's just like, you don't care about shit. And he's over there being teary-eyed and fake as fuck because Thanos, I swear to God, Thanos is fake. He actually cares about Gamora. And everyone knows but Gamora until Thanos grabs her and then just drops her over the cliff and she dies and the Soul Stone comes up going, wee!
Okay, theory. What if she's not really dead, but she's trapped inside the Soul Stone?
Fun fact, I don't think anyone's fucking dead because everyone's inside of the Soul Stone.
Okay, yeah, we're skipping ahead. Anyway, we'll get into that in a bit. She dies. Fuck yeah, the Knights are winning. She dies. They go to Titan. They're all fighting. Doctor Strange. Mantis puts him into a deep sleep, and Doctor Strange holds him down. Spider-Man, Stark are trying to get the Infinity Gauntlet off. They almost got it off.
Almost did it. Yep.
And then Star-Lord comes in and fucks it all up because he finds out that Gamora's dead. Instead of keeping his emotions intact, and Stark the whole time is saying, Quill, you need to calm down, we almost got it off. Star-Lord starts hitting him in the face with his gun. Thanos gets free and beats the shit out of everyone, and no one else gets another chance to hold him down. He beats the fuck out of everyone. It comes down to him and Stark. Thanos and Stark have this interesting meeting where Thanos refers to him as Stark. Stark goes,
yeah.
You know who I am? He goes, you're not the only one who's cursed with knowledge. Which was a good line, which was an interesting line. Because Stark knows who Thanos is. He's known who he is for 6 years. He even told Doctor Strange, I've had Thanos in my head for 6 years. Which, okay, I find it odd that he knows who he is, because in the first Avengers movie, he goes up into that wormhole and he sees Thanos' ship. But how does he know it's Thanos? That's
because he's had those nightmares.
But how does he know it's Thanos? That's what I'm asking.
Oh, I'm sure there's some knowledge. Again, I think it has something to do with his dad.
What do you mean?
Like, because I don't think. Well, I mean, when you look at the lines, I know about Thanos for quite a while. I don't know if he knew him by actual name, but I knew he knew of that person. If that makes sense.
Okay, that makes sense.
Otherwise, if he knew Thanos by name, I think it has something to do with his father. Because his father has done some real shady space-like... I mean, I'm sure it has something to do with his dad. If he knew Thanos by name. But I don't think he did. I think he went by the person who sent the alien invasion in the first Avengers, and he knows that it's caused by one person. So he knew of him, he just didn't know him, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Anyways,
yeah.
Stark and Thanos fight. Stark pulls out some crazy
fucking awesome badass armor. Oh.
His badass armor. He pulls out some sword, and then Thanos catches the sword and stabs him with it, which the whole audience kind of just went. I was like, I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for Tony to die. I'm not ready.
Yeah, same fam.
He tells Tony, I respect you, Stark. When I'm done, the half of the universe will only exist. He's about to kill him, and then Strange says, "Stop. I'll give you the time stone in exchange for sparing his life." Thanos says, "No tricks," and he produces the time stone, gets it, and then leaves. And Stark heals himself. Turns over to Strange, says, "Why did you do that?" And Strange said, "It was the only way."
Hinting that is the timeline that he saw this outcome.
He saw that timeline, and maybe he saw Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, whoop!
Or theory, he might have seen some new characters, some new Fox characters. Maybe.
Feige has already said those guys aren't coming in anytime soon, even if they do get them.
Feige likes to fuck with people.
I believe it when I see it. I mean, it'd be nice, but I don't. It doesn't look like it's going to.
Can you just think outside of the box for like 2 seconds?
Feige is basic, okay, when it comes to his stories. He doesn't go in depth weird shit. Have you noticed that?
He fucked with us with the 2 trailers, bro. And he's about to fuck with us with this next trailer.
We'll get into that. We'll get into Feige's plans later. But Feige is not very think outside the box with the stories. I mean, I love them to death. Don't get me wrong, but he's not very adventurous yet. Anyway, my theory is in Avengers after Avengers 4 and Phase 4, they most certainly will get more experimental with shit. But it's kind of predictable in a sense.
Oh no, it's not. Oh no, it's not predictable. I don't, unless I see it, because I thought I could predict Infinity War, and then I watched the movie. I'm like, I guess I was kind of wrong. I was assuming Stark would die. I was assuming Cap would die, but
I didn't think so.
Whatever. Anyways, shut up. Anyways, they go to Wakanda.
Yeah,
they're all fighting, and then Thor comes in with his new axe,
his new toy,
and just starts fucking shit up.
Oh, like a boss.
I'm not even gonna lie, I came when he came in.
Oh, he came twice.
I'm like, oh, his Storm Axe. Oh. And then he has that line of, "Bring me Thanos!" Which I'm like, I'm like, someone get this motherfucker Thanos, like, right fucking now. Like, fucking now. And then they start fucking shit up, and, there's, like, an interesting exchange with Cap and Groot, where Groot goes, "I am Groot. I am Steve Rogers."
I love it.
Cap is a badass in this movie, but at the same time, he's still a 100-year-old man that is new to everything. So he meets a tree whose only words are, "I am Groot." He doesn't know that. He just assumes the tree can talk. So he just goes, "I am Steve Rogers." Which, fun fact, Groot's language is elective on Asgard. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah.
They're all fighting. They're all fucking shit up. And then Thanos comes in. Dun, dun, dun. Everyone tries to fight him. Go ahead.
And by this point, most of the Black Order ends up dying.
Yeah. Anyways, Thanos comes in. Vision is telling Wanda, "You have to kill me. That's the only way that we're going to stop this, is if you kill me." Wanda fights off Thanos, which, how does that happen? She fights him off while trying to kill Vision. What?
I mean, she has the power of... her powers come from the Soul Gem, so she's not Soul Gem, the Mind Stone. So, I mean, she's a powerful motherfucker because her powers come from a gem, so...
True. Anyways, she's fighting off Thanos while killing Vision. She kills Vision.
Yeah.
She's crying, and Thanos goes, "What's wrong, my child?" Blah, blah, blah. Villain speech, and...
Yeah.
Thanos uses the time stone to bring Vision back, and then kills him. Like, literally rips the fucking minds. Oh my god.
I was like, gee, I knew Thanos was gonna wait for her to finish and then rewind time, because Thanos is the dick. But the fact that he ripped out the stone right out of his goddamn skull, holy shit.
Goddamn. Like, I knew that was gonna happen. I had a feeling that was gonna happen, but goddamn. Like,
this movie is dark.
You just see, like, all the life and just, like, whatever that Vision was made out of, just, like, leave him. And he just throws him on the ground like he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Has all 6 Infinity Stones and just, like, like just throws everyone around like they're nothing. Then all of a
And
sudden,
they all, yeah, go on.
all of a sudden you see the Stormax come in, and Thanos, or not Thanos, Thor stabs him
Yeah.
in the heart, or not in the heart, but just in the chest. And he's saying, "I told you I was going to kill you." You see Thanos, and for a second, which I probably shouldn't have thought this way, I was like, "So that's how the movie's going to end?" But then you see Thanos. But then you see Thanos go, "You should have aimed for the head." He gets his arm free, and then he snaps his fingers, literally. Like the whole point of this movie was about snapping, like snap, snap, snap. He goes into what looks like, I guess, inside of the Soul Stone. He sees a young Gamora. Gamora says, "Did you do it?" "Yes." "What did it cost?" "Everything." And then he comes back to Wakanda, and you see the Infinity Gauntlet is just fucked to hell.
Yeah.
Thor's going, "What did you do?" And then
Thanos leaves. I want to take it from here because this is the heart-wrenching part.
Go ahead.
So Thanos deuces out, essentially. He's like, "Okay, bye." And then everyone's standing around like, "What?"
Girl, bye.
And then, huh?
Girl, bye.
Yeah, and then nothing happens at first, and then you start seeing characters start just turning to dust. And bye. Like,
the first
instantly
one was Bucky.
death.
First one was
Bucky, which I was like, yes, bitch, kill Bucky, please. He's annoying. So Bucky dies.
Fuck you.
And then I don't like Bucky. And then T'Challa dies, and then
why did T'Challa die?
He evaporated too. He turned to dust.
Which is like, okay, that motherfucker that motherfucker's movie is like getting Oscar talk. Why did he have to die?
Mm-hmm. Well, because he got to kill everybody but the originals. So basically, everyone dies on Earth except for the original Avengers, essentially.
And Nebula, Rocket, and Michonne lived.
Or left.
And what I guess is what's going to happen is, you're going to find out Hawkeye and Ant-Man and the Wasp are alive too.
Hawkeye and Ant-Man.
No, eventually Lily is going to be in the movie. She already said that they're going to be in 4.
So Ant-Man and the Wasp?
Yeah, they're both going to be in 4. And I think Valkyrie too.
I would love that. And then we jump to Titan, and then, my heart. My little heart. God, the gut-wrenching lines. Okay, so who was the first one to die? I think it was Star-Lord.
No, Star-Lord. No. It was Mantis.
Mantis first goes, and it's like, oh, my heart. And then Drax. And then Peter. Star-Lord. And then it's the climactic. Peter Parker dies because everyone... See, okay, there's a theory going around that everyone turns to dust, but they don't realize it or feel it. They just turn to dust. Peter's the only one that looks to Stark and just like, I don't feel so good. And he's like freaking out, panicking, like, I don't want to go. Yeah, his Spidey sense. Because there's a theory that his Spidey sense is on high alert because he can feel half the universe, populations of half the universe just disappearing, dying. And he can feel all that, so that's a theory that's why he's like, I don't feel so good. I don't want to go. Now, all that was Tom. Like, Noah's shooting, that wasn't planned.
Yeah, he improvised that.
Oh, but man, that's an Oscar award-winning performance right there, because I was just like, I'm not going to cry. I
got choked up, because, like...
I'm not crying.
Because, like, earlier in the movie, Tony is talking to Pepper about having kids. Peter is like the closest thing to a son.
Yeah.
And, you remember going back in Homecoming when, there's that thing with the ship where Tony's telling Peter, if anyone died, that was on you, but if you died, I feel like that's on me.
Yeah. Oh, my heart. And then the look on Peter Parker's face is just, I couldn't. I was just like, can we not? My heart. And then just Stark's face just sold. Robert Downey Jr.'s face sold the scene for that. And I was like,
Robert Downey Jr.
I need to cry.
Robert Downey Jr. Okay, every actor or actress, they all have their crying face. Chris Pratt, I think, has the best man cry.
Yeah.
Downey, his isn't more of a cry. It's more of like a look of like aghast. Like he's just horrified. Like when he's horrified, you're like, holy shit, something's about to happen.
Exactly, and that's the face he had, and I was just like, fuck!
So then it looks over at Strange where he goes, Tony, it was the only way. And then he evaporates.
Strange disappears. Which I was pissed, because 2 out of 3 of my favorite characters are gone, and the third one hasn't even come into the picture yet.
So it ends up being Nebula and Stark, which, that's right.
Yeah, which... Oh, no, it's not random if you know the story and why Nebula... there's a reason why Nebula's still around, and I'm pretty sure they're going to do it. Because in the comics, in the Infinity Gauntlet, they beat Thanos, but then Nebula takes the gauntlet and goes crazy, psycho, and then tries to use it herself. So there's a reason why they kept Nebula around. Because she's going to beat Thanos, and then she's going to take the gauntlet for herself. Because she's going to go psycho for like a split good second or two. And then they're going to have to beat her. So, fun facts.
Interesting. Anyways, it cuts back to Wakanda, and the remaining Avengers are just looking down like, what the fuck just happened? And then you see Thanos just in some random ass place, just looking at the sunrise, happy with his work. And then it just cuts the fucking credits, like not like the dramatic like dun 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 dun. No, it just shows like basic movie credits.
Yeah.
And the post-credit scene, which everyone was waiting for, shows Nick Fury and Maria Hill arriving in New York, talking about the disturbance in Wakanda and Tony Stark, blah, blah, blah. You see them hit a car. Maria Hill goes into the car. There's no one there.
Yeah.
You see a helicopter.
People start disappearing.
You see a helicopter hit a building. People start disappearing. You see Maria Hill start disappearing. Nick Fury knows what's going on. He goes into his car, pulls out some type of pager, and then he drops it. You see him disappearing, and you hear him go, "Motherfucker!" But they cut it out.
Yeah.
Everyone is like quiet. They look at the pager. I kind of lean forward. I'm like, "What the fuck's his pager?" And you see send dot dot dot. It shows the Captain Marvel symbol. I fucking went, Captain Marvel, and then cuts to black. And this is kind of funny. Well, I thought it was funny. It just says Thanos will return. I yell, "Fuck Thanos!"
I love that.
And
I saw. I was like, Queen, woo! My other favorite character, and I feel like she's gonna be the ace in the hole.
Oh, she damn well better. Okay,
So,
Avengers 4, another fucking year.
Yeah. So here's a theory that I got going on, because we don't have Adam Warlock in this movie.
Oh yeah, they've already. What's it called? The Russo brothers have confirmed that he's not going to be in 4.
Of course he's not going to be. Of course, people are like, he's going to be. He has to be. He's the one that beats Thanos. No, he's not in it. Get over it, people. Now, so here's my theory. I think Captain Marvel is going to be the Adam Warlock of the MCU with this Infinity War film, Avengers 3 and 4. I think she's going to come in, she's going to gather all the Avengers together, and she's going to take on Thanos.
Yeah.
Exactly how Adam Warlock did.
Okay, let me kind of stop you right there. Do you think Thanos might have some type of appearance in Captain Marvel, the movie?
Some type of what?
Like some type of appearance. Maybe not like show up, but like he's going to have some type of influence in the movie.
In her movie?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Well, because I say that because like Ronan is in the movie and Ronan worked for Thanos. So
well, like, I mean that's before Ronan deals with Thanos, though.
Well, no. Well, no. What I'm saying is like going back to what we were talking about, Tony Stark, where I was asking, how does he really know about Thanos since he didn't really see him? And you said he knows of Thanos, he just doesn't know him. That's what I meant. Like, is she gonna know of Thanos but not really know who he is? Because the whole movie's gonna take place in space. And because
it depends. It depends on if Ronan the Accuser is working with Thanos during the 90s. Because the only reason Ronan is in that movie is because he's part of the Kree, and Carol Danvers joins the Kree army where she gets her powers from Captain Marvel. So she ends up being half Kree, half human. So she ends up joining the army, which Ronan the Accuser is part of the Kree, So that's the only reason why he's in the movie. Now I'm sure he'll probably say how Ronan came across Thanos, I'm sure. Or I'm sure Captain Marvel is gonna deal with Thanos at some point, or someone's gonna mention his name or some shit. But most of the movie is gonna be dealing with the Kree and the Skrulls. The Skrulls are gonna be the villains of her movie.
No, I know that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, is there gonna be maybe a small influence of Thanos? Like, she's gonna know of him. And then by the time Infinity War starts, she's like, I know who Thanos is very well. So, like,
Probably.
The ending of the movie obviously is going to be either Sam Jackson, Nick Fury gives her the pager saying, if I need you, I'm going to call you on this, or Captain Marvel says, anytime you need me, just call me on this.
And then the post-credit scene will probably connect into Infinity War.
Okay, which begs the question, why the hell hasn't Nick Fury called her before?
Why hasn't Nick Fury called her sooner? I have no idea. I have no clue.
Did he, in the first Avengers, why didn't he suggest, I might know someone? Or did he know the Avengers were strong enough to take down, everybody else in the first movie? Or in Age of Ultron, was he like, hey, I might know someone that can help?
Exactly.
Or is it just one of those things where he's like, I knew you guys were strong enough to beat them the first time?
Honestly, that's probably what I'm predicting.
But with Thanos, it's like, this is a whole different ballgame. So we needed someone that was... Go ahead.
Either that, or Carol was there the whole time, at least during the first Avengers. Because Carol, in the comics, she has a group called Alpha Flight. And she's in outer space in the Earth's orbit, protecting against cosmic threats. Who's to say that she wasn't in the first Avengers movie, handling fleets before they actually got to Earth?
Or what if it's like a Captain America thing where she would... I guess she was either dead or, like, being, like, I guess, hibernated or whatever?
Who's to say? Because she apparently doesn't age. So who's to say what happened? If she ends up getting crossed with the Kree or something or whatever. So, because apparently it's not going to change much.
All I know
between
is that
her origin and that.
All I know is that I love Brie Larson.
I'm just excited.
I love Brie Larson so much.
I wasn't so sure about Brie Larson, but I'm like, after seeing her in costume and people griping that the costume is not curvy enough for her, and I'm just like,
it's a prototype costume, okay?
Well, first off, I don't know if you ever looked at a Captain Marvel comic. She's very muscular, very like not guy-like, but not really like curvy, big hips and big boobs. She's very like muscular woman, so she's not very curvy. But people bitch about that, and I'm like, apparently y'all have picked up a Captain Marvel comic because she's not. They don't draw her as a very curvy, luxurious woman as some of the other girls. Like they don't like. She's not no curvy like Gamora. She doesn't have curves. She's muscular and shit. But people are just like, she's too much like a man.
Who gives a fuck? The movie's gonna be great. Brie Larson's gonna knock it out of the park.
And then people are complaining about the suit being green and shit. And I'm like, that's probably her, when she first joins the Kree, that's probably the suit she gets. But by the end of it, you know she's going to get her red and blue suit. As you saw with the pager, the red and blue colors. So you know she's going to get her suit. But the green suit, the green and blue suit, or whatever the hell it's called, whatever colors it is, it's the Kree uniform. So she probably has that to start off with, and then at the end she's red and blue colors. But yeah,
here's one thing I want to know is why didn't they show Thanos and Xandar getting the Power Stone?
I don't know, but I want to know so bad.
Because like that kind. All right, like a lot of the stuff in this movie, it kind of defeats the purpose. And this isn't me complaining. I'm just saying, like, when you look at Thor Ragnarok, it ends like all hilariously, and it has a good ending, and then boom, here comes Infinity War, and he's killing everyone on the ship. Same thing with Guardians of the Galaxy. The whole ending of you see the dude from Step Brothers like at a family, they're alive because of you, and then flash forward to Thanos getting the Power Stone. He pretty much. I'm pretty sure he killed everyone on Xandar.
Well, I doubt that, because they're supposedly making a Nova movie. I don't think he killed everybody in the Nova Corps.
Alright. What is RK? What are your thoughts on Nova?
What?
What are your thoughts on Nova? Like, as far as like the character, and then the fact that they're
Well,
making a movie.
I like Nova. Well, the young Nova, not Wilson. I think his name is Sam, but I don't know his last name. But he's like a young guy that gets the helmet and becomes Nova, part of the Nova Corps. I mean, I don't mind. He's pretty cool. I like him in the Champions. The issues I do have, I find him entertaining. It's kind of he's more of a comical relief. He's snarky.
Because I know, like, apparently James Gunn, like, I think they wanted to put Nova in Guardians, but James Gunn said that he's not a fan of Nova. So, we're already, like, I guess switching to other topics. Like, they apparently said that a Moon Knight movie is in the works.
I saw that.
Okay.
And
Alright. Do you think it's better as a movie or better as a show?
Well, it depends on how far they're willing to go.
Like, because I already showed you my Moon Knight comic.
Yeah.
The comic was... I told you it was very text heavy. What I mean by that is, like, I guess this is more of an origin story. It's showing, what Mark Spector's life was like, before he became Moon Knight.
Yeah.
It's showing him as a Jewish kid in a Jewish village, and he walks in on his grandpa or his uncle doing something that he shouldn't have seen him doing. And it just shows him with the powers of the Moon Knight. So, I mean, I didn't hate it. I was just like, well, he wasn't Moon Knight. I didn't see the costume. So, like... Yeah,
Moon Knight is very story-driven rather than action, even though there is action in it. But it's a lot of story. It's a lot darker. So, as far as Moon Knight goes, depends how far they're willing to go, because Moon Knight is, like, not as violent as Punisher, but he's violent. He's one of the more violent ones. So, it just depends on how far they're willing to go.
What I read from him is that he's Batman with issues.
Yeah. He's Batman with issues. That got powers from an Egyptian god.
Like he has a weird background. It's like he's a government agent. He was also a boxer. He was also a blah blah blah. He was also a blah blah blah. And now he's Moon Knight. It's like what in the actual fuck?
He ends up dying, and an Egyptian god has pity on him or some shit and gives him the powers of a god, of one of the Egyptian gods.
Like Marvel said that they want to do that because they want to explore like the more horror aspects of some of their characters.
They want to what?
Like the reason why Marvel brought that up is because, and I don't know if Moon Knight falls into this equation. You know more about him than me. Is that Kevin Feige wants to explore a lot of the more horror, HORROR aspects of Marvel, like a Blade movie or a Ghost Rider movie or a good Ghost Rider movie.
I want Blade. I want Ghost Rider. Moon Knight would be a good one for horror. Bring in the Howling Commandos. Oh.
Well, didn't they already have the Howling Commandos?
I think they were mentioned.
Well, no, weren't they in Captain America though?
Yeah, they were meant. Yeah. I mean, there's two groups of Howling Commandos. There's the ones that we saw in the Captain America movie. There's also the ones that are actual monsters. Because Nick Fury had other groups, and one of the other groups was called the Howling Commandos. Aside from the human Howling Commandos, they actually have a group called the Howling Commandos that have a mummy, a werewolf, a vampire, just like monsters of classic horror.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
So with Blade, I don't know. I personally think Blade would work better as a show.
Again, it depends how far they want to go.
Unlike the Spike TV show that had sticky fingers in it, which we're not even going to talk about that.
I haven't even seen it. Didn't bother to.
It came out in 2006. It was horrendous. Ghost Rider, same thing. I think that would work maybe better as a show, depending on what you do.
I mean, they already introduced him in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so they could easily just move on from there and just give him his own show.
No.
And explore.
No.
And explore. Yes. Deal with it.
Not my Ghost Rider. No, my Ghost
Oh,
Rider rides a
fuck
motorcycle.
off.
Not my
Fuck
Ghost
off.
Rider. Hashtag not my Ghost Rider.
Oh my god, fuck off. You know if they're going to do a series, they're going to have that Ghost Rider as the main character, and he's going to meet the other past Ghost Riders. So you know Johnny is going to show up.
Johnny is my Ghost Rider. Robbie Reyes is not my Ghost Rider.
I like Robbie Reyes, though.
He's in the new Avengers comic. He's part of the new Avengers. And, yeah,
Huh?
I saw him, I'm like, ugh, not this guy.
Is he good in the comic, though?
Well, he didn't really do anything. He was just fixing his car, and some demons came out of the ground, and he turns into Ghost Rider, and blah blah blah. I'm like, pass.
Whatever.
I'm just not interested. I mean, okay, you know what? In my defense, I don't like the actor playing him.
Huh?
The actor
I can't.
The actor that's playing you, Robbie Reyes, is kind of bland. It's kind of like, Finn Jones as Iron Fist.
I will give it to the special effects department, though, for a TV show. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the way they did it with the Ghost Rider, I thought was pretty neat. Actually looked good.
I thought that was neat, especially when he turned into Ghost Rider. I'm like, okay, that was pretty fucking awesome. But then after that, I'm just like, yeah, the guy does nothing for me.
But he became Ghost Rider a different way than making Double or Mephisto. Which, they did bring Mephisto into it at some point. Like, come on.
Well, if they make a Ghost Rider series and...
Yeah, let's make a Ghost Rider series and have either Robbie Reyes or Johnny or who meet the other Ghost Riders.
The talk is that Daryl from Walking Dead is campaigning to play Johnny Blaze.
Who?
Daryl from Walking Dead.
Oh, fuck. Yes! I would be behind that 110 fucking %.
Just have Walking Dead invade Marvel.
I mean, it might as well.
You have Shane as Punisher.
Yeah.
You have Michonne as whatever the hell her name is. Okoye.
The leader of the Dora. Yeah.
You have the gay guy Ross McQuain playing Red Skull.
Yeah.
So shit, just the more the merrier.
I mean, you already got most of the cast from Lord of the Rings, Miles, and The Walking Dead too, right?
And then Negan and Maggie are stuck in DC.
Yeah.
And here's an interesting question: who do you think Rick could play
In the MCU?
Yeah.
Oh, I think he'd be an interesting Doctor Doom.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
When I think of Doctor Doom or Victor Von Doom, I think of someone who's more just like kind of physically imposing and just very intimidating.
Yeah.
Andrew Leakin, I can't see him as a bad guy. I guess it's because I've been watching him. I guess just because I've been watching him on Walking Dead for so long, I just see him as the good guy.
Well, Victor Von Doom is a villain, but at the same time, at times he's not. So it just depends on how they want to play the character. He is a villain, but he's not. In a way.
Like the movies that came out in the 2000s, yeah, they were hokey as shit, but they
portrayed him as a villain, like straight up. But
like
I mean, in the comics, he's not really that. I mean,
like Julian McMahon, who played him, he did an okay job. Like the cast, the cast in the movie, they did okay in the roles. The movies are just shitty.
I just like him because I grew up watching them.
Yeah. Are you talking about that bad cartoon from the 90s?
Oh God. Ew.
You know what? I don't even know if you remember this episode where Johnny just starts rapping for no reason.
Oh, I don't remember, but I'm glad I don't remember.
He just starts rapping for no reason, then he says, "Flame on. Flame on."
Oh.
Like, I guess those are the lyrics, like, "Flame on, doom, doom, flame on." And he just turns into Human Torch. I'm like, as a kid, I'm watching this, I'm like, this sucks. I feel like I'm watching somebody shower. This is just uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god. Anyways, yeah, Andrew Lincoln, I don't know who, I'm not sure who he could play.
Either give him, like, the role of, like, Victor Von Doom, or have him play one of the cosmic characters, because they're going to bring more Celestials and cosmic entities and Avengers 4 and Phase 4 anyway.
Yeah.
So, and they're making a movie called The Internals, which is a group of cosmic superheroes. Put them in there. I don't know anything about The Internals, by the way. So before you ask, I know nothing about them. All I know is that they're a group of heroes out in outer space from different alien races, and they kick ass and shit. That's literally all I know.
There's like an ass ton of movies coming up. Fox is pretty much trying to make as many movies as they can until the deal goes through.
So Disney's just like, oh, we can't cancel all this, and yeah. So.
I mean, they could and make them look like dicks, though. But
the thing, also a fun fact: Disney requested Fox to change some things in Deadpool 2.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds said that they had to take out a Disney joke.
Well, I mean, they took out a Disney joke, but there's some other things in there supposedly. You're just like, what are y'all planning? Are y'all planning a merger without anyone realizing? I still think Dark Phoenix could easily end with the Phoenix ripping a hole in the space-time continuum, and the X-Men and whoever else gets put into the MCU in the multiverse. That's theory. That's how I think it might end, because I don't see them recasting everybody in the X-Men. And obviously they're not going to recast Deadpool. So why bring over Ryan Reynolds if they're not going to bring over everyone else?
Yeah, because like the CEO of Disney already said that they want to make as many movies of Deadpool as possible. With the X-Men, they've already said that Dark Phoenix, that'll be the last ever like X-Men movie. Aside from that series. And then,
yeah.
Then you have New Mutants, which they like
comes before.
They hyped the shit out of that, and then they moved it back to another year, which is like, okay.
I still have hope it's good.
They said A, they want to make it scarier, and B, they wanted to add another character in it. Because supposedly they were going to put Mr. Sinister in it. Or I'm thinking of the wrong movie.
Miss Sinister, yeah. Or Mr. Sinister or whatever, yeah.
The talk was that they wanted John Hamm to play Mr. Sinister.
Yeah.
And now they're bringing in Antonio Banderas in the movie for some reason.
Huh.
So,
interesting.
I don't know. He's a good actor, so we'll see how that works out.
Yeah.
Dark Phoenix, that's coming out next year. It's supposed to come out at the end of this year, but it's coming out next year instead.
Yeah.
See how that works. And the long wait until we see what happens with this Gambit movie.
Last I heard, like earlier this week, they're still doing it. It's still happening, but...
You know what? God bless Channing Tatum's heart.
I know, he's trying to keep this movie alive so hard.
Like, you gotta respect him for that. Like, he really wants this movie to happen.
He's pulling a Ryan Reynolds and wanting this character to get a decent movie. You know, and I think Channing Tatum could easily play a good Gambit if given the chance.
In his defense, that movie was supposed to come out in 2016, and then before that, Deadpool happened, and Channing Tatum just saw that and went, "Oh fuck, we have to make this movie better." So they had to rewrite the script, and then they lost 2 directors. Yeah. So they're trying to make this script right, which this movie better like win a fucking Oscar if they're gonna make it if they're taking this long to rewrite it, because like we love Gambit. Gambit's a fucking badass.
Love Gambit.
So yeah, like okay, is Channing Tatum's Gambit like by the time this movie comes out, is it gonna fit into the MCU?
Maybe. That'd be the smartest choice. Honestly.
It'd be interesting.
Yeah, that'd be the smartest choice. But,
because now you have more star power. As far as like a Gambit movie, how is that going to work though? Because I don't really know of any like villains that Gambit has.
I really don't know either, to be perfectly honest. Because to be honest, I don't see a Gambit movie without Rogue.
Yeah, you kind of have to have Rogue in it.
And I don't think that actress that plays Rogue is ever going to come back.
Oh no, she's done. She has her X-Men and her True Blood money, so she's good.
Yeah. So I just want them to bring over Gambit, Deadpool, and the young X-Men over to the main MCU, and then bring in like a new Rogue or some shit. I don't know. But who knows what they're going to do with the X-Men at this point, because it's just weird. Unless people's powers start randomly popping up. That's one way they could do it, is where something to do with Scarlet Witch or some shit, where suddenly out of nowhere, people start popping out with powers randomly. Instead of being born with it, it just magically people start becoming mutants and shit.
Okay, like here's a theory is that in Avengers 4 they fuck with the Time Stone, and they fix a few things with the Time Stone, but it also changes a few things.
That's true. There's a whole soft reboot theory.
Because they've already said that Avengers 4 is going to be the end of the MCU. Not necessarily like they're going to reboot everything overnight. More just like...
It's like a soft reboot.
Yeah, like a soft reboot without really noticing. It's like, I guess, like a backdoor pilot for a lot of people.
They're going to do something with... the Infinity Stones is going to alter everything. Or some things. And add certain things and take away certain...
Yeah, it's going to be like... Okay, so Cap and Iron Man are gone. But here are the X-Men. Here's Fantastic Four. Here's Namor, who's been in the ocean conveniently while this shit's going on.
Did you hear? So apparently one of the writers came out for Avengers 4 saying all the Avengers that died are dead. They're staying dead. And I'm like, the fuck? I don't buy it.
Like... You mean the ones that just died and didn't dissolve, or just the ones that just like died?
The ones that dissolved and died at the end of Infinity War. This writer said they're dead. Like the faster you can accept it, the better your outcome is.
Okay, I call bullshit on that because they're already filming the Homecoming sequel this summer. So you need
So I think they are going to be dead, but they're going to like alter some. Either use one of the stones, like I don't think they're dead. Jim. It's either going to use one of the stones to release their souls, or they're going to go back in time. So technically, they would be dead, but at the same time, they're not.
I think they are going. I think they are going back in time because a behind-the-scenes photo showed Ant-Man, it showed Cap, it showed Iron Man, it showed Hulk, and you see like these things on their hand.
Yeah.
Because like in Ant-Man, they showed the quantum realm, which I'm not 100% how that works. I mean, does it involve going back in time, or does it just involve going to different dimensions?
Different dimensions.
Okay, then that kind of defeats that theory. Or Hank Pym. What if he already made going back in time?
Who knows?
So what the fuck were we talking about? Oh yeah, the deaths. I mean, because Spider-Man's obviously going to come back. Doctor Strange.
Better.
Doctor Strange. Not sure because they haven't even talked about a Doctor Strange sequel.
They gotta bring him back.
Panther's going to come back because, like I said, that movie made him an ass ton of money and is getting Oscar talk. Falcon. Maybe he'll come back. There's some characters that you see them and you're just like, well, why would you bring them back though?
Yeah.
Like Falcon, maybe they'll do the storyline if he becomes Captain America. Like Bucky stays on as White Wolf, and then Falcon is Cap. Who else dies? The Guardians. They're obviously going to come back because Chris Pratt announced that they're filming Part 3 next year.
Yeah.
So they kind of have to come back. Gamora, maybe she stays dead, or maybe she comes back from the Soul Stone.
I hope she doesn't stay dead, because she's one of my favorites.
I love Gamora. I love Zoe Saldana. I love Zoe Saldana. She's just...
I know, right?
Amazing to look at. Someone kind of made an interesting proposal, like, what if Thor takes over Star-Lord's role in the Guardians of the Galaxy?
That'd be kind of cool. I don't know about wanting to take over, but joining the Guardians...
Like, that'd be an interesting dynamic.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because
maybe Gamora dies and Thor joins the Guardians in Gamora's place. I'd love that.
And then Star-Lord and Thor get it on.
Yeah.
They get it on.
Mm-hmm.
Use that
Yeah.
Storm X on me, Thor.
Oh, baby. That's hot.
Oh man. What is it? Infinity War writers or directors, they had a small proposal before they made the movie. They briefly thought about bringing in the Netflix characters.
Yeah. I don't think
Okay,
it's ever going to happen.
okay, here's the thing. The shows are connected to the movies, supposedly.
They're all in the same world. They mention each other and shit. Or the shows mention the movies.
All right, because like Luke Cage season 2 is coming out this summer. Like, in the end of the show, is it going to acknowledge what happened? Like, are they going to show people dissolving? Because if they're supposedly connected and they're not referencing anything that's happening in Infinity War, that's going to look retarded.
Oh, it has to. They have to acknowledge the fact that people are disappearing and dying and shit. That half the population of the Earth is gone. They
Like
have
it,
to acknowledge it.
like
That has to be literally a big plot point of that show.
the first slew of Netflix shows, they all acknowledged the first Avengers movie. Because in
Yeah.
Daredevil, they acknowledged the Battle of New York and blah, blah, blah. And then Jessica Jones, ran into a lady who said, my mother was killed because she had a building fall on top of her, and then, you people caused that, blah, blah, blah. So it's just like, these shows have to fucking acknowledge what's going on in Infinity War, because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s already doing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is already doing it. The other shows have to acknowledge it. Like, and it wouldn't hurt to put them in part 4. I don't expect them to do much because they're kind of like ground-based heroes.
Yeah.
Or, Jessica Jones, she has, super strength and she can, like, supposedly fly.
Yeah.
Luke Cage has super strength, he has unbreakable body. Iron Fist does things. Daredevil can whoop ass, and Punisher can shoot people and cut off people's heads. So it's just like, okay, let them interact somehow. I mean, because I'm pretty sure if they bring in Punisher in a movie, they're gonna, kind of water him down a little bit.
Yeah.
Which, as long as Punisher gets to be in a movie, that'd be awesome. But their shows have to acknowledge what's going on in fucking Infinity War, because if they don't, that's gonna be retarded as fuck.
Agreed.
That's gonna be like if you got into a car accident and you come into work the next day and there's like no freaking scabs or scars on you. It's like, dude, didn't you just get into a car accident? Yeah, man, but I'm okay. What? Like, you have to acknowledge. Yeah, like, you have to acknowledge it. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if Kevin Feige and what's his name don't like each other. They have to acknowledge it somehow.
Agreed. And same with the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They have to show that in there too as well.
Do you watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
I've been meaning to. I'm going to at some point. Because I hear a lot of it's pretty good. It's a pretty good show, so I hear my mom watches it all the time. And this past season I hear is pretty interesting about they go in the future and deals with the Kree taking over and all that kind of stuff. So it gives you like a little introduction to the Kree before Captain Marvel's movie. So I hear it's pretty good. I just need to sit down and watch all the seasons.
Yeah, I fell off that show. Like, I watched, like, the first 2 episodes, and I fell off, and then, they did the whole, it's connected to everything after what happened in Winter Soldier, and then the last time I really watched it was when they brought in Ghost Rider, and that's it.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's just, I don't know, I just find it hard to get into. Like, it's just like, the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., like, I don't know, it doesn't bring me in like it should. It's kind of like the show Gotham on Fox, where it's like, we're gonna show the Gotham Police Department, and then we're gonna show all these villains, and here's young Bruce Wayne. It's like a Gotham show that has Batman villains, but there's no Batman.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of a hard selling point.
Yeah, pretty much. But I mean, then of course there's that new series dealing with the New Warriors.
Yeah, the New Warriors. That's when the fuck is that coming out?
Sometime this year, supposedly.
Well, no, I meant where is that coming out? Because I think it's
I
coming
have no
out on.
idea.
I think it's coming out on Disney's streaming service.
Supposedly, I mean that's my theory. 'Cause they took it off Freeform, and they're supposedly looking for another network, and I'm like, no, they're going to put on their Disney streaming service that's coming out later on this year.
Yeah, that.
I would pay for that.
I might give it a chance. DC's doing the same thing, but well,
Fuck
DC,
them.
well, DC they do better in television and in their animated series and their actual movies. So,
Well, so far the Teen Titans show people are hating on, and I'm just like, it might be interesting.
well, I mean, they're hating on it because of how everyone looks. I'll give it a shot because,
But it's like no one knows the context of why they look like that.
well, there's not just Teen Titans. They're making a Swamp Thing series. Swamp Thing with James Wan helming it. Hello.
Yeah, the Swamp Thing.
Yeah. Swamp Thing, they're doing a Harley Quinn series, apparently.
Harley Quinn?
Yep.
Movies or TV, or just like TV World?
Well, they're doing a Harley Quinn movie that's, I guess, Gotham Sirens, but they're also doing a TV show.
Okay, cool.
And there's something else. I guess is irrelevant. With Marvel, there's the new Warriors. I still have yet to finish or even attempt to finish Runaways.
I need to go back and finish The Runaways, because that was a good show. I just never finished it.
I don't know. It's just like the show's not bad, but there's just something about it that doesn't hook me in.
Huh?
It's kind of a hard show to get into, in my opinion. If you haven't read the comic, I haven't read the comic before.
Well, the comics are kind of the same way. They're hard to get into if you're not already a big fan of them when you first read them. Because they're different than the normal Marvel stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it deals with teenagers. It's like I already watched 13 Reasons Why. Why do I need to watch this?
Well, I mean, it's better than that. Their parents are supervillains.
Yeah, I don't know. I will eventually finish the series, but like I said, it's kind of a hard show to get into.
Yeah.
What else is coming up for Marvel? Venom is not connected to the MCU.
I disagree.
Joe Russo and his other brother.
That's
Anthony
fine,
Russo,
but they keep going back and forth with that shit with
all right,
Feige and.
Well, let me finish. Joe Russo and Anthony Russo were at some type of. They went to a university to talk to kids, Q&A. One of the kids asked him about Venom. He said Venom is a Sony property.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, so is Spider-Man. It's a Sony property. Your point?
My point is, when you watch that Venom trailer, it really looks more like a Sony film rather than an MCU film.
Yeah, I still think Venom's going to be in the. It's going to be in the MCU, but it's not going to play MCU ball. If that makes sense.
Well, because what's her name? Well, Amy Pascal, who's like in charge of Sony's media department, said that they want to start their own, Venomverse or whatever the fuck you call it. So that it's weird because like she's been back and forth about it. Where when they came out, they said that it's not going to be connected to MCU, and then she said, it is in the MCU. But
and then Kevin Feige was like, no, it's not. But then the Kevin Feige was like, yes, it is. It's back and forth. It's getting retarded.
So when they asked the director about it, is he connected to the MCU? He kind of just went, watch the movie. When they asked him if it's rated R,
that too.
When they asked him if it's rated R, he said, watch the movie.
Honestly, I think it is because supposedly Tom Holland's been on for Venom for a cameo.
Supposedly.
So I'd be dumb for them not to have it. You can have it in the same role as the MCU, but not have it connect to the MCU. So technically, they're not lying, but it has to be in the world. Otherwise, what's the point? Stupid.
So would you think like the ending of the movie or like post credits? Peter Parker comes in.
Probably.
And, says, hey, we need your help. Which, you know what? I'm backtracking because Peter Parker would be dead at that point. So...
Well, it depends on when this takes place during the timeline.
Or, what if the storyline is that, instead of Peter Parker and Eddie Brock hating each other since, the obvious age difference, Peter, I guess Eddie Brock was a friend of the family and he's a friend of Ben. And he, I guess, would say, hey, I'll look out for you if you need me, blah, blah, blah. Because the way they made the movie out to be was that, I guess, Eddie Brock already had his powers before the movie started, but in this movie, he gets the powers.
Yeah.
By just sneaking into the fucking facility.
Yeah.
Because in the trailer, you just hear the voice, we get to do whatever we want. Which turns out that's really Tom Hardy talking.
Yeah.
So they show the suit. Okay. I like the suit. The suit is obviously a lot better than Topher Grace's one. A lot of people
doesn't have the spider symbol on it though.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind. You want to give Venom another story that's not connected to having Spider-Man have it at first? I'm perfectly okay with that. You don't need Spider-Man to have a good Venom story.
Yeah, a lot of people shit on the suit. I like the suit.
Hell yeah, I love the suit.
And he does the classic "We are Venom," which I thought was freaking awesome. So, what was your opinion on the suit?
I liked it. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to look as good as it does. But of course, it's also still in pre-production, so all we see is technically, as far as we know, not finished.
Yeah.
On top of that, but from where it's at right now, from what we see, I love it. It looks fucking bomb as hell. Someone I know compared to it looks like the exact same suit from Spider-Man 3, and I'm just like, you must be blind as fuck because that's not the same. But cool, have a shitty opinion, but that's great.
I will literally drive to your house and fuck your mom in front of you if you ever say that again.
But it's like, don't shit on this movie before you even see it. The last trailer was fucking bomb. It proved that it could be a good movie.
I like the interesting dynamic that they shown it where, you see Eddie Brock talking to himself. He's talking to the suit inside of him, saying, okay, we're only gonna attack evil people, and then the suit says, we will do whatever we want. And
I love that.
It was announced that apparently Carnage might not be in it.
Probably not. Yeah, I mean, he's probably going to be in it eventually in the series, but
which if Cletus Cassidy being in it, okay, that's fine. Carnage is a fucking huge character. If you're gonna have Carnage versus Venom, it has to be the sequel.
Yes.
You don't want to blow your load and just put Carnage
True.
in the first movie. As far as putting other symbiote characters in the movie. And okay, that's fine. That's interesting. But putting Carnage in it, don't wait for that, please. I'll be disappointed if they put Carnage in this movie because I'm pretty sure if he's in this movie, he's gonna get killed off. You need to wait for Carnage.
Yeah, you need that build up. Because most likely it's gonna be those cloned symbiotes, and then my guess is they're gonna have a teaser ending trailer or teaser. If it's not Spider-Man or it's not Tom Holland, it's going to be something to do with Carnage.
Yeah, so I was going to say, you can have that, kind of classic scene where, you see Cletus Cassidy in jail and the symbiote comes after him.
Yeah.
So, okay, I didn't really make a big stink about this. Everybody's kind of making a big deal that Jenny Slate apparently said symbiote wrong.
Symbiote.
I don't give two fucks, but okay, I'm a nerd. I love my nerd things, of course, so do you. But I'm not going to be the type of guy that makes a big deal. It's pronounced symbiote, not symbiote, you idiot. Dude, shut the fuck up. Who cares?
Now, the way they pronounce it, someone broke it down in one of the sections that sin and then bio, and then not. They broke it down by how it's pronounced and what each little piece of the word means. And I'm like, see, that makes sense to call it symbiote or symbiote. So symbiote. They say it's symbiote. It's just it's potato. I look at it like it's potato. If the movie calls it symbiote, they own the rights to it. You would think they would know how it's said.
So,
They own the property, so I mean, if they call it a symbiote, I'm perfectly fine with it. Or symbiote. I don't know which way did the movie call it? The trailer?
Jenny Slate, she said symbiote.
Symbiote. I kind of think symbiote sounds better than symbiote.
I don't know. I could again. I don't give two fucks. But
It's potato.
other people are like making a big stink.
Caramel. Yeah, potato. Tomato. You know.
Pecans. Who cares?
Caramel.
Other interesting news. Juggernaut apparently is in Deadpool 2.
Wait, what?
I am pulling this up on comicbookmovie.com.
Juggernaut's what now?
Alright. Deadpool 2's hilariously explicit score seemingly confirms an appearance from the Juggernaut. The track listing for Tyler Bates' Deadpool 2 score has made its way online. In addition to revealing some incredibly profane titles, it seemingly confirms that Juggernaut will indeed make a presence.
That's weird. Okay.
Yeah. I think it was that video that came out where Deadpool is dancing with Celine Dion and she starts singing.
I love that.
I haven't watched that yet. I'm gonna watch it. I need to watch it. I need to do a reaction video on it actually.
Oh, it's so good.
Like, apparently, she sings, or I guess somebody sings, and they.
It's a music video.
Yeah, they mentioned Juggernaut or whatever. How would Juggernaut fit into Deadpool though?
I don't know. Maybe as a villain or something.
Well, yeah, obviously, but how would he fit? Like, how does he fit into this movie?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I haven't even bought my tickets for the movie yet.
Neither have I.
I mean, alright, I think I might just, I probably won't go the day it comes out. I'll probably just, do what you did and just, wait for the weekend.
I'm probably going to wait a few days.
Yeah. Infinity War is just, it's kind of like when you eat something really good, and then, the food that you eat after that kind of tastes like shit.
I mean, Deadpool is not going to be shit.
Well, I mean, more just it doesn't taste like shit. It just doesn't taste as good. It's like when you what your favorite burger. Your favorite burger is at this place. Other burgers, in comparison, they don't taste as good. Infinity War is my favorite burger so far. Every other burger that comes, after that is just kind of it was okay. I'm still gonna
potato.
I'm still gonna see Ant-Man and the Wasp because that looks friggin' awesome.
Fuck yeah! Can't wait for that shit. Love that. Love this movie.
It won't be as good as Infinity War, but it's gonna be awesome. It's kind of unfair to rank everything compared to Infinity War, but it's just
it's not fair.
The movie has just kind of changed the game a little bit.
Okay, so changing topic. How was Avengers #1? Don't tell me any. Why not? It was good.
Oh, the comic. Overall, it was really good.
Because I have to wait till next Friday, and I'm just
because I didn't have it on my subscription. The only reason why I got it is because James Gunn, posted it saying, I've been looking to read into this. So I'm like, I might just want to get that. So when I went to Heroes on Friday to get my, subscription, which you guys might want to jump on that. Go to Heroes if you live in the San Antonio area.
yes.
Go to the salesperson, let them know what your favorite titles are. You can put 3 titles, you can put 5 titles. Hell, you can even say, I want every single Marvel and DC character that ever existed.
Yep, and they'll do it.
And they'll do it, fuck. And pretty much, comics, they come out every single week. There's new titles that come out every week. What I usually do is I just wait every 3 weeks, so that way I have more shit.
I go every week.
After a month, I believe, is when they call you and say, hey, we have your shit.
Yeah.
And then I think that's when they start charging you if you don't come in on the exact date. Anyways, tell them what you want. They call it a box, but they don't actually give it to you in a box.
No, they just hold it in a box.
So you get your comics, So sign up for that. It'd be pretty freaking awesome if we got Heroes and Fantasies
It's
as
free.
a sponsor.
The comics aren't free, but the service is free.
The service is free. The comics aren't free. They give you your comics and then you pay for it up front. I was going to say, you know how freaking awesome it would be if we had Heroes and Fantasies as a sponsor?
Yes.
Anyways, that's just a thought. Yeah, Avengers 1, I got that. That didn't come with my subscription. I asked about it, and they showed me, and I bought it. That was literally the first one I read the first thing I read when I got home. And I loved it. Good storytelling, interesting storyline. It's one of those, like, I don't understand it because, like, when it comes to comics, you know, Devan's the big comic guy. I read them. I do read them, I enjoy them, but Devan's more of the comic guy than me.
Yes, I am.
So, I'm not going to spoil anything for you. I'm just going to, like, tell you, I guess, the team. It basically just shows, like, the originals, like Thor, Iron Man, and Cap.
Yeah.
It brings in She-Hulk, Jennifer Walters.
Oh. Yeah! Jennifer Walters, yeah.
It brings in Captain Marvel.
Woo!
Black Panther and Doctor Strange, who are working together in Wakanda for some reason. And Robbie Reyes.
Cool.
Meh. Anyways, that's all I'm going to tell you. You have to read it. Other comics I got: Moon Knights, 2 new Batmans, Captain America, and there was something else. I think that was it. Yeah, that was it.
Cool.
So, yeah, look out for that new Avengers 1.
I can't wait. And of course, they're starting up. I'm looking at next week's releases since today's Sunday. I'm looking at what's being released from Marvel next week. We have the Hulk, the Hunt for Wolverine, because Wolverine's back in the MC in the comics. He's back to being alive. So that's a thing.
Can't kill that fucker.
And then Venom #1. Let's see. The Runaways, issue #9, which is 4, because apparently Doctor Doom appears in it. And then The Exiles, which I'm still debating on if I want to start reading that or not.
What's Exiles?
The Exiles are a... Okay, let me read the summary for it. Don't blink, the Exiles are back. Favorite X-Men Blink once joined a team designated to save not just the world, but the entire multiverse. And now her teleporting talents are needed once again. With a mysterious threat begins eating away at the fabric of the multiverse, the Unseen, the man once known as Nick Fury, who now can only observe Earth from a lofty post on the moon, must recruit a champion to save it. But she's to do it alone. Who will join Blink's new team, and can they ever go home again? Basically, this Blink goes around the multiverse and different versions of these characters in different multiverses and battle whatever threat they're going against. And issue 3 comes out. Issue 2 debuted with the Valkyrie in it, which is kind of cool. And then issue #3 is Captain America, but it's Peggy Carter as Captain America.
Huh.
And I'm still debating on. It's only issue 3, so I can still jump into it. I'm just like, do I want to read it though? So I might read it online and then, or look into it online, get reviews for it, and then decide if I'm going to buy it on Friday. I'm debating on it because I like multiversal shit, and this series is like multiverse written all over it, and I eat that shit up. But I'm just not sure.
Yeah, so. That's what I usually do. I have the websites I go to that put out free comics, where you can just read them online for free or download them. Yeah. I haven't gone on that site in a while. Might need to. So, man, we pretty much covered everything tonight.
Yeah.
Went over Infinity War, went over Marvel's next lineup of movies.
Yep.
Anything else you want to cover, man? Or you want to get rid of that?
I mean, we pretty much covered everything we to cover.
Alright. When's your next show of Ice?
I have no idea. I need to get a hold of Brad and figure out what day we want to record it. So I'll let you know when I know.
Yeah, let me know so I can make an appearance or make a reappearance.
That's perfectly fine. I'm down for that.
Yeah,
I'll probably ask him tomorrow.
Yeah, it was really fun being on the last show.
Well, hell yeah.
Yeah. If you were a pie, what pie would you be?
Yeah. But when I know, I'll probably find out tomorrow because I'm off a good chunk of the week this week. So I have a lot of time to do stuff. And so I'll pick a day tomorrow. Or I'll talk to him and we'll pick a day and I'll let you know. Then. So.
All right, sweet. Did you want to... Alright, fuck, my mind just went blank. What are some plugs? You want to throw some plugs out?
Look up, go to the Honest YouTube channel and subscribe to that because I'm bomb and I do a lot of cool shit on there. And then soon to be, when we finally get that rolling, me and two of my friends are going to do a YouTube channel called Do You Even Doorbell? It's an old YouTube channel that's been sitting there for years, and we never did anything with it. And recently, two of my friends that wanted to do it to begin with, we all been talking about, maybe we should. And so yeah, me, Thomas, and my friends Thomas and Dorian might do something with that. More on that later when we figure out exactly what we're doing. And the name D Even Doorbell came from, if you're wondering where the name came from, Dinah came up with it all those years ago.
That sounds like something she would say.
She's like, because it had something to do with, I think one day we went to her house, pick her up or something, and we didn't ring the door, but we were knocking, and she's like, do you even doorbell? And that name stuck.
We seriously have to do a show where we get everybody on.
Huh?
We seriously have to do a show where we can get everybody on.
That's true. That'd be a weird fucking show right there.
That'd run up my 3 hours. I'd have to do a part 2.
Yeah. What's the runtime right now?
The runtime I get per show is 3 hours, and right now right now we're close to 2 hours and 3 minutes.
Dang.
So when are you available to come back?
I'm
off tomorrow. I'm off Wednesday and Thursday.
I'm off tomorrow, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Thursday I'm not free because I'm meeting up with Thomas and Dorian to talk about what the hell we're going to do with Do Even Doorbell.
You want to meet up that day? You want to meet up that day and we can do a show?
On Thursday? Depends. If not Thursday, possibly. What's your hours on Tuesday?
Tuesday I close at work.
Are you closed? Okay. Wednesday?
Wednesday I'm off.
We can do Wednesday. I open.
So you and me or Thomas and Dorian join, or just you and me?
Thomas and Dorian probably won't be joining on Wednesday. But it'll be you and me. We can go over, and that'd be the day. Actually, that won't be the day I get my comic books before. So we can either do it Wednesday or we can do it Saturday at some point when when I actually get my comic books and I do some reading.
All right. So when can we get the boys on the show?
That's a good question. I'll have to look into that, I guess. I'll look into that.
Yeah,
sure.
Ask them, because that show's gonna be epic.
That should be something, all right.
All right, so I got you pinned for Wednesday.
For right now, yes, Wednesday.
All right, you heard it now, folks. Wednesday. Not sure what time. Not sure if we're going to be live or just record it. But
I don't know. Whatever.
Mr. Devan will be back on Wednesday.
Yes.
As far as the ice show, that's TBD.
To be announced. It's probably either going to be Monday or probably Tuesday.
Ooh. All right.
I'll know tomorrow.
All right. If it's tomorrow, then I can definitely hop on.
It'll probably be sometime earlier on the week, so maybe Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Wednesday might work too. So I'll let you know.
All right. So Wednesday we might just do another
Double thing.
Super show of ice and the GR show.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
All right, Dev. Appreciate you. God damn it, my mic keeps falling. Appreciate you getting on the show, man.
No problem. Anytime.
What the fuck are you doing? Bro, my parents listen. My parents listen to the show. No, they don't. I prefer my parents do not listen to the show. God fucking damn it. Anyways, take care, man.
Okay, cool. Bye.
Laters.
Get lit.
Alright. Man, we got over 2 hours. That was a lot of shit to cover. And I would have thought that we would have gone 2 hours just talking about Infinity War. But no, we covered everything about Infinity War pretty early. And then we covered more shit with Marvel. As you can tell, I love these shows. I love having Devan on because we can just go hours and hours talking about Marvel. And, he's not a DC guy. I'm kind of, somewhat of a DC guy. Anyways, what's going on right now? Backlash is happening. So I promised a while back that I would try and do more pay-per-view recaps. I'm missing some of the show. So I'm going to try and catch the last half of the show and maybe watch the first half. Just so I can get a good idea of what happened. Anywho, appreciate all for listening. Live show, I don't see anyone in here. But yeah, appreciate all for listening. I will upload this in a bit, and take care. Laters.